Ubisoft always finds trouble. They found more trouble today in a story by Spencer Baculi. You see, Japanese politician is calling on a national diet to condemn Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows over in-game ability to destroy real-world Shinto shrine. Can we really excuse this just because it's a game? Wow. Spencer, fill us in quickly on what this amazing story is about.
Yeah. So basically, if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, it was discovered that there is an in-game recreation of a real-world shrine within Assassin's Creed Shadows. Because it is a part of the game engine, it is what do you call it? Susceptible to the fact that, like everywhere else in the game, it can be destroyed. That sort of sparked a little bit of a wildstorm over on like Japanese social media. It eventually drew the attention of the shrine keepers, who said that they are going to take action. They did not say what that action was going to be. And then after that initial kerfuffle, you had a member of the local government for the region where the shrine is located coming out and calling on the current, I don't want to say ruling, but like the majority party in the National Diet, which is their version of Congress. It's a two-chamber house that it's their legislature. He's calling on them to speak out and, tell Ubisoft that they're wrong for doing this. And that's where we're at.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild. And this is something that I think that a lot of these studios just need to come to grips with. They have to stop.
I disagree. I'm sorry. Like, I wrote the story, but I 100% disagree with this this particular bit of outrage against the game.
Really?
I do. Because to me, this is player freedom. This is freedom of expression. We've been able to destroy other monuments from other cultures and other games. If they made a US game, which they had, and you can blow up things like the White House, I don't personally get offended. I'm not going to tell them that their feelings are wrong, but I don't think that this should be, we need to condemn this. We need to ban this. I don't think that's correct.
Okay, well,
this is facts over feelings, guys. This is facts over feelings.
It's kind of turning it into being infamous instead of condemning it. You've now made it something that people want to go and look at because they want to see why the heck it was banned.
Well, let me go here and say this. I don't recall being able to destroy anything precious in any previous Assassin's Creed game.
You 1,000% could, but you probably, this is what I'm talking about. Just because you don't remember, were you paying attention back then for I know Egyptian or I know Muslim cultural, like, historical pieces? You didn't. We only know this because Shadows has so many eyes on it. I guarantee that if nobody brought up that shrine that made that connection, nobody would care.
I just don't recall doing that in any of the previous games. But again, and of course I was paying attention. I played the Assassin's Creed games.
I know you were paying attention, but you weren't going in with the same level of attention
scrutiny,
to the cultural aspects of everything.
I wonder how debauched I can get in this game.
That's what I mean. That's my other thing, Loki, is like a lot of people are going, "Oh, this is so offensive. We need to take this out of the game." But I know that if the game came out and you could destroy every other part of the game and you got to the temple and it just all of a sudden your commands didn't work, people would go, "This is bad game design." So what are we doing here?
Well, one of the things I will say is that these people that have done this, not the people accusing them of anything, but the devs and the people that created this, they're the same people, and they're the ones who took the banner from the troop that does the reenactments. They're the ones who took the sword from a show. I think One Piece was the show.
Yep.
They're the ones who say, white women can't wear Chinese dresses, or you shouldn't culturally appropriate that. It's the same nonsense, but it's okay when they do it. And I think that's where some of the to hell with them comes from, is they are the first ones to scold you about how horrible you are, and then they go and do some stuff like this.
But now we're doing the exact same thing to them. And this is why I can't stand a lot of the discourse around this game, because I'm seeing so many people who are in our sphere or normally share our opinions about player freedom and not being so offended by everything, losing their minds over things that really for example, a lot of people are going, oh my gosh, Yasuke's a foreigner and he's chopping up Asian people. This is so offensive. This is so racist.
I thought that was funny.
Well, but I mean, guess what? A lot of those same people said there's nothing racist about Chris and Sheva in Resident Evil 5, even though that's the exact same situation. So if you're saying Chris and Sheva going into Africa and shooting up a bunch of African people is not offensive, but Yasuke going into Japan and cutting up Japanese people is offensive, then you don't really have any principles. You don't, it's just, I want to win this fight because I don't like the other person. I like Resident Evil 5 and Capcom. I don't like Ubisoft. So I'm going to hold Ubisoft to this other standard that I don't hold other companies to.
He makes a good point.
Yeah, I know. Spencer's annoying.
Well, I know. I hate it. I wish I could be super inflammatory and just not care. Like
no. I
like a lot of the Twitter influencers.
I like your principle.
I'm not Mark Kern, guys. I have integrity.
I like your principle.
That's why I love coming on this show.
What I do think we need to do though is move along from this particular subject. So I'll just say this:
we'll be back to it in a month.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I don't think the scrutiny will go away, and I don't think the stories are going to go away because I think Ubisoft is cursed. Somebody cursed them.
Well,
and
this is the best part, Culture. We're gearing up for the press tour now. This is when everybody has to start coming out and doing their press previews, doing their dev interviews. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay, well, it will be. We're
gonna be farming so much content, Culture.
All of us are gonna come to that March 20th stream, and while you're suffering, we're gonna have gold crowns on with giant fur coats and scepters.
We're here to watch you
dance, peasant, dance.